Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Mario and welcome to my channel. Hey, welcome to episode 5. I cannot believe it. I can't express to you all enough. I am very humbled by, everybody liking my videos, subscribing to my videos, and making comments to help me grow as a Turo host. And then again, to help me reach people who are thinking about being a Turo host, like beginning, or like I said, being a one-car host. Throw them up if you got them. So let's go. We are going into the new year. Like I said, I started that Thanksgiving weekend, so going into a fresh new year, and I'm excited to see what this Turo application can offer. Like I said, I laid out my plan to you guys, I believe, in the first video. So I'm excited to see. I'm rolling in, like going into a new year, and just waiting to see what rolls along. Went on a bit of a dry spell the last, I want to say, 1 or 2 weekends in during Thanksgiving, and then rolled into Christmas, and got a holiday booking. So that's probably what I'm going to talk to you about, the holiday booking, what happened on the before and after of my holiday booking. Got a few corrections to make from my from my last video about the Turo site updates, and then a couple of other things that people have been talking about in the groups, and some product updates. And like I said before, I'm still kind of toying with the car detailing idea of the project, so be getting ready to talk about that here soon. So I got a quick update to make. So I believe in the last video, and I want to apologize in advance, we had kind of loosely talked about the insurance carryover for Turo had changed from, I believe, Liberty Mutual to like Travel Express, yada yada yada, some long name. But anyway, I had mentioned that rolling out of the full responsibility Liberty Mutual had with the Turo site, they've now partnered with them. But the quick correction I want to make, and somebody corrected me, and I appreciate the feedback, is the Liberty Mutual fleet partnership is only offered if you are in California. So that part I left out. I do want to apologize for that. So for anybody that's looking into getting fleet insurance, check out Sonora Insurance, SONORA Insurance, and GMI Insurance. I've been hearing those two insurance companies kind of floating around, with the big dogs who've got 10, 15, 20 cars, 20 car fleet. Also check out Safeco Insurance. I believe maybe State Farm may offer something to Turo Host. And then also just see, even though it is California, just always check with Liberty Mutual. They may have something else, or may give you an exception for the state that you're in. I know for all of my military veterans who are Turo hosts, I think they were looking into going with USAA insurance. Definitely look into that. And again, it differs by state, so do your due diligence on your research. So yeah, but I would probably go with, if you're looking for fleet insurance, go with Sonora Insurance and GMI Insurance. Another quick topic came up in one of the groups that I'm in. Do you put your registration in the car while someone is renting your car out? I would also look into what your state requires. I think here in Ohio, it has to be in the car. And I just put a fresh copy of the car registration in there before my holiday rental. And then I read some horror story in one of the groups, and I'm like, oh man. So if you are in a state where you have to have your registration in the car, you can possibly do, I guess, make a copy, Sharpie out your personal information, like where you live at, if that's something you want to kind of keep private. I mean, I know we live in a world where nothing is really private anymore, but if that gives you a little bit more security, do that. Sharpie out your address where you live, and then make a copy of that so that it's completely blacked out. And then also there was another young lady who put another good tip in the group. So what she did is she, I guess, took a copy of her vehicle registration, took a picture of it. Now, I'm not sure if she said she blotted out some of the personal information, like her address and whatnot, but she took a picture of it and put it in the trip photos, which is actually very clever, because, you know, if you get pulled over and you're telling the officer, well, you know, hey, this is a rental, and then they go through the whole license and registration, yada, 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 it's there in your rental information. I mean, it's not necessarily under where the car agreement is and then the actual, like, your receipt, but it's in the trip photo, so you can actually pull a photo up, and you should be fine. I don't think there's any problem with that, but again, check with what your state requires, do your research. But yeah, so those are kind of some ways you can kind of get around it. It saves your privacy, but then you're also following the law. So definitely check that out and see if that's something that you can work around. Got a few quick product updates for you. So again, apologize for breaking the fourth wall or whatever. So I know I've talked about using the invisible glass. So watch out. There's two types. There's the non-tint, the regular. I think it comes in a white bottle, and then there's the tint safe that comes in a black bottle. Now, if you guys can't get a hold of any of that, there's no stores have it or Amazon's on back stock, and your order won't come out on time when you need it, you can probably walk into, O'Reilly's Auto Parts store or like an AutoZone and check this out. So this is like a streak-free, crystal clear, like a foaming cleaner. I'm telling you, so in combination with a microfiber in this, your windows will be, it's like nothing is there. It makes them completely clear, streak-free. I use them on the outside windows and on the inside while I'm doing like detailing the inside of the car and the inside windows. And this does a great job of not leaving any streaks. So definitely check that out if you're looking for a glass cleaner. And just like that, my glass cleaning problems have completely disappeared. I used to hate cleaning windows. Now I kind of look forward to it. Want to send a quick shout out to the guys over at Mad Detailing. This is their Extreme APC. This is their all-purpose degreaser heavy duty. Again, shout out to those guys. I'm definitely subscribed to their channel. They do some crazy detailing. I'm talking about some of the dirtiest cars on the planet, and they use this. So what's also cool about this is you can water it down to, what is that, a 1 to 10 mix for like a general cleaning around the house. And then I'm not sure what heavy duty applications are, but you can do a mix of 50-50, or you can just use it straight out of this and use it for like your car detailing. Like you can use it on your upholstery, leather seats, cleaning off your dashboard. I believe you can use, yeah. So it's got a lot of applications. So check out their channel to see how they use it, but I'll definitely be adding this to what I already have. So glad that came in the mail. And then also I was showing you guys the budget steamer that I had, the little Bissell steamer. I feel like it's better used in the domestic sense. I mean, even though some of the videos I've watched, the guys have used it for detailing or getting stains out, or actually the natural steam, if it gets hot enough, acts as a bacterial killer, reduces the mold. You can spray it in your vents. Just that natural steam clean to get rid of germs. It just wasn't really getting hot enough for me. I know a lot of the directions, when you read them, it says precaution, don't put your hand in front of the steamer. I could literally hold my hand in front of it. It was like kind of like a lukewarm kind of steam coming out. Wasn't really doing it for me, so I kind of upgraded. Get this shot. Now, this is the Wagner Spray Tech Power Steamer. So this has a lot of domestic application. You can use it in the house, steam cleaning your clothes, your hardwood floors, your tile, kitchen, etc., etc. But I've seen somebody use this in one of their videos. This costs just a little bit more, but definitely do your research if it's in your budget. Definitely check it out. So it definitely sanitizes and cleans and removes. Hell, I think you can even remove wallpaper on that thing. It's crazy. So a little bit something stronger, and I'm definitely afraid of the steam now because it comes out super hot. I will also be using that probably in my next video I'm thinking about making about how to detail your car. So you'll definitely be seeing that in the shot. So, and then also with the bouncy product that I switched to the GPS, it is working out amazing. There's no lag. I haven't had any problems with it. It's working out pretty good so far. And then also I think I was telling you guys about the tile. So when the tile is out of range, you can actually send a note or ask to be sent a notification of when, because it bounces off other signals of people who have tiles in the area and give you kind of like a roundabout location of where that tile is. So I'm still kind of playing with that, but it's working out pretty well. So that's basically it all I got for the products that I've been using so far. And if I switch out anything or if I buy anything new, I'll let you guys know. And then also I'll have the link for this at least the Wagner steamer down in the description. So now for the good stuff. So what happened when I got the holiday booking back, right? All right, so before I go forward in the story, I gotta go back a little bit. Sorry if you're not a backtracker, but I gotta kind of set the stage, so just bear with me. All right, so it was a couple of days before they were actually taking the car. And I think I remember I told you guys I had a little bit of a gap that I made a mistake when they had booked. And because we were going to be out of town where they were going to have the car. So they were going to be done with the reservation on Monday, but I wasn't going to be back in town until like Wednesday, late night Wednesday, right? So they told me they were going to meet me at the hotel. Now at this point in time, I'm thinking that's the hotel that they're staying at. So I wanted to know if I could just keep the car there for the next 2 nights or whatever, and the car would be safe and it wouldn't get towed. So one night I'm out door dashing, right? And it was kind of slow, but I ended up kind of being close to the hotel that they were staying at. So I just thought, all right, well, let me go in here and see what they say, you know, if I can keep the car there for an additional 1 or 2 nights. And it just explained to them, be upfront, be transparent, and just kind of explained, you know, my situation. So here's what happened. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Yes, good evening, sir. How can I help you? Good evening, sir. My name is Mario. I actually own my own private rental car business. In the next couple of days, you're going to have some guests staying here that will have one of my vehicles in their possession. I was just wondering about the parking policy because they will be leaving out Monday morning, but I won't be able to pick the car up until maybe Wednesday evening. So I wanted to know, was it okay for the car to sit here somewhere out in your lot, and if it was okay, because I'm really afraid it might get towed in those next 1 or 2 days if it's not accounted for. Yes, sir. Your car should be perfectly fine just as long as our guests have the car registered under their current reservation at this hotel. Okay, so what you're saying is the car is okay as long as the guests at this hotel have a car registered under their reservation here at this hotel. Yes, Zeb, that is correct. So then what happens after they check out and then the car will be sitting for the next 2 nights? Here, let me see. They leave Monday, that's Tuesday, Wednesday. I won't be back till Wednesday evening. So yeah, maybe 2 nights. So what happens to the car for those 2 nights? Yes, we can only keep the car for 1 more additional night after the reservation has ended. So you should be okay Tuesday night for $30, but then Tuesday night it may be subject to be towed. Really? Okay. Do the guests know that? Oh, of course they know that. It's on the website if they read it. You have a good evening. Right. Okay. Thank you. So at this point, you guys can imagine my surprise finding out this information. And I'm like, well, I don't want to have the renter take on this fee, and I don't want to take this on either. So, my spider sense started tingling. I'm like, well, let me get them on the phone, and then we can figure out if I was left out of the loop, or they don't know what's going on, or whatever's happening. I'm glad I did that. Do you know they weren't even staying at that daggone hotel. They were just basically using the fact that I had offered free delivery to this particular hotel because it was only like 5 to 10 minutes away from my house. So, lesson learned. You got me. That won't be happening again. So, needless to say, I changed up some stuff on my site. I probably won't be doing free deliveries to hotels anymore. Lesson learned with that. I might charge a couple bucks. I make it more the further away that hotel is, so I might slap $10 or a $15 fee. There's like one or two on my trip, in my trip deliveries that are close by. So, so yeah, lesson learned. And then another reason I'm going away from it being free is because, and it's no fault of his. So I was actually sitting there. I believe his reservation was at 7. And at this point, I had told him I knew he was coming in on a flight from Florida. So I had hit him up. I'm like, yo, if any of your flight plans change, let me know what's going on. Keep me in the loop. So he had hit me up and was like, yeah, the flight's coming in late, et cetera, et cetera. So at this point, I'm like, all right, well, I waited till 7 o'clock goes by, 7:15 goes by, 7:30 goes by. Lo and behold, he didn't get to me till about maybe a little bit after 8 o'clock. So, I felt his situation, but it's still my time for sitting there for an hour plus. Not to mention I was getting hungry, and I was ready to go. I mean, I wasn't really mad. I'm just glad the communication was open, and he didn't just not tell me anything for a whole hour. So it's not so much the location, it was my time in that situation. So I probably won't be doing any more free deliveries. Now, to the end of the reservation, he was actually a 5-star renter, thank God. I asked him, so not only to vacuum the inside, fill the gas back up to full since they opted out for the prepaid fuel, and then also take really good car pictures, like on the interior specifically and the outside of the car. Took great pictures, got the car back with no problem. The guy, actually, I asked him to just park it in my driveway and put the keys in the glove box. It was all fine. I really didn't have any other options. I know I reached out to some people that I knew that I trusted, but it's the holiday weekend. I understood. I reached out to some of my frat brothers. I'm a proud member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, but bros have families too, so nobody could really help me out in a pinch. So I just simply asked them to bring it back to my house, park it, lock it up with no problem. So they were 5-star renters. I even gave them the 15% coupon at the end that you can offer to a renter at the end of their reservation. So, and then as far as being a renter, while I was in Daytona Beach with my family, the guy that I rented from, it was like almost the exact same car, 2019 Honda Civic. It was white. He had some stains on his seat, so I definitely documented that as a renter. Like I said, if you're thinking about becoming a Turo host, become a renter first, so you kind of see it on both sides how this goes. So as we're always talking about taking pictures around the car for insurance purposes, you have rights to as a renter. Read through that stuff, but then also you want a CYA just in case you get a weird host that magically comes up with fees. So definitely from a renter standpoint, take pictures also and be as detailed as your picture taken as possible as well, so that there's no discrepancies whatsoever. So Me being a renter over the holiday weekend for Christmas was great. Daytona was awesome. I hope all of you guys had an amazing Christmas weekend. Like I said, going into the new year, I'm excited. So I've got the one car hosting for Turo, doing this YouTube channel thing. And then, like I said, I'm still touring with the idea for car detailing. I guess shameless plug alert. So if any of my family or friends here in the area, if you're looking to have the inside of your car detailed, not the outside, because I only have equipment for the inside, you have to go to a all seasons or all year long car wash for the outside. But I can definitely take care of you on the inside. So on the inside of the of your vehicle. So get with me on that if you're interested. Like I said, it's still something I'm playing with. I've already started with my car, my wife's car. I've had one or two other friends ask me to kind of detail their cars. So getting kind of the hang of it a little bit. I know what the workflow is. So just like I said, going into the new year, doing these new 3 things. And to be honest, I never even thought I would. I was scared to do the Turo site thing. I guess just giving my car to a stranger, or I mean, there was several horror stories that I read in the groups before I got started. So still working on that. I know my stalking has went down. I've looked at the GPS less and less. And then also, as soon as I got my car back from the holiday rental, it was like maybe that next day, I think that Tuesday, I got my 3rd rental. So my car is actually out right now until January 3rd, which is pretty dope. I think because I'm on a 60-40 plan for this holiday rental, I think the total was like $224. I think they got like an early bird discount that I offer on my site. And then just the overall, I think I got like $128 out of it from the whole 60-40 split. Once I figure out putting the receipts up on here, I'll let you guys in on that. So I think in my next video, like I said, I'll probably be walking through how to detail your car, and just kind of what I do, just some workarounds if you have the equipment, or if you're on a budget and you're working up to getting the equipment, some other things you can do that are just as good with cleaning out your car. But then also, I will probably be putting up a video on when I get my car back after the new year. So it's a couple years, oh my God, it's a couple hours to count down, man. I love all y'all. Happy New Year. If you guys set those resolutions, stay with them, or the best way you can. Happy New Year's to everybody. Like I said, we're going to keep rocking with this one car going into the new year. I'm right there with you. Let's go. I'm excited. New year, fresh start. Again, everybody take care. Like, subscribe, comment. Let's help each other out. Like I said, I don't know everything. I'm still in this process, this new season with this. So help me so that I can help myself and others who are looking to get into this. So again, everybody take care. Love you all. Happy New Year. Not to be confused with Happy New Year's. Happy New Year. Y'all take care. Peace.